What's up guys, Anthony Vapes. Today here with my review of the Geekvape Aegis mod. Single 26650 mod that's made to be durable and waterproof. So of course, I'm going to have some fun doing some tests on that. So stay tuned at the end of the video. I'll go ahead and show you the test that I went through beating it up. You'll also see it beat up in the up close as well. I don't want to spend too much time on the intro. Got a lot to go over, so disclaimer wise, this was sent to me for the purpose of this review from heavengifts.com. So I want to go ahead and point that out there. Let me go ahead and shoot into the up close. I'll show you how the mod works, and then I'll get into the tech testing, and then I'll be back here with my pros, cons, and whether I'd recommend it or not. Alright, so let's take an up close look here at the Geekvape Aegis mod. So here's the mod itself. As you can see, it does look pretty beat up. So I did beat this up pretty badly. I will actually throw that in at the end of the video, show you guys what I did to it. You can see some of the damage here. This is coming off. You can see it's all scraped up over here and here. This is a does handle 30mm atomizer with no overhang, which is nice. Nice 510, secured into place. I didn't disassemble this because of the nature of the mod, but I mean, that looks pretty good to me. Inside there is a USB port for updating firmware, no charging, which is fine. I don't recommend charging anyway. See, it's all beat up down here as well. So here's the battery cap. It has a little thing you pop out, kind of like a monitor or TV screws. And the unscrews. See if there's any water in there, because I did leave it in water. Nope, no water in there. So that's nice. The battery just goes in, and you just screw this on. Five clicks to turn it on. So this is the watt curve mode. You can see here. Three clicks. Goes into the menu so you can cycle through. There's a bypass mode, power, nickel, stainless, titanium, and TCR settings. When you're in there, it'll show you coil, amps, pulse, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. Then if you click in the mode, you'll see you'll be able to scroll through down. And the puff, if you press the button, it just resets the puff counter. So I checked to see if there was anything left, anything else you could put there, but it just reset the puff counter on me, and that's what it does. So yeah, it's a pretty simple mod to use, nothing special about it. I do like the leather feel here. It's actually a nicer quality leather in my opinion than that of the Theron, or the Triad. Probably actually the nicest leather I've seen on any mod. And that's pretty much all there is for the up close on it. What I do want to do, go over the box. Actually, instead of using the box it came in, during the review, I actually pre-ordered another one for myself, and I was kind of worried that it would break, during my testing, and I wouldn't have a mod to do the video with, and I was kind of worried that it was going to happen anyway because I hadn't received this mod. But lucky enough today, a couple hours before I recorded this, the mail showed up and had this brand new one that I ordered myself. This is the yellow one, so we'll take a look at it, show you what comes in the box. This is the black and yellow one. That's the color I chose for myself. Got a yellow fire button, black leather, yellow highlights. Pretty dang nice. So inside the box we're gonna see user manual, and in here we got some extra O-rings, some extra screws, and a little tube adapter to use an 18650 battery in it. No USB cable in this. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the test results for the Geekvape Aegis. We got it color coded here, so this is the mod settings. It's at 100 setting at a 0.11 resistance. It had 103 at a 0.11 0.14 it was 102, at a 0.19 it was 108, and at the 0.51 high resistance it was 109. So it did its full 100 watt range all the way from a 0.11 to a 0.51, and possibly could go even higher if I went higher. So that's very good that you do get the full 100 watts at a wide range of resistances. It did hit a little bit high, anywhere from 2 watts to 9 overall. On the 75 watt testing, at 0.11 it was 79, at 0.14 76, at 0.19 80, and at 0.51 81. So again, it hit a little bit on the high side, but not too bad, anywhere from 1 to 6 watts. At the 50 watt test, 0.11 it was 53 watts, 0.14 it was 53, 0.19 it was 52, and 0.51 it was 54. So now getting into the lower, it's starting to become even more accurate, being off by anywhere from 2 to 4 watts high. And on the 25 watt setting, it was 1 watt high on 0.11, 0.14, and 0.19, and 2 watts high on the 0.51. So overall, it's a pretty accurate mod that performs well. That usually hits a couple watts high. Taking a look here at the sheets, if we look at some of the batteries I did use in the testing, is the Galici one that comes with the mod. According to Mooch, it's an excellent battery, very similar to that of the iDroid. So I went ahead and figured I would use that for the testing. The resistance reading is accurate. Sometimes it's about 0.01 low, not all the time, but sometimes. But that's pretty good in my opinion. The high voltage output means there is a boost circuit on the chip, because it did output higher than the battery's voltage. And the full wattage range is available in a wide range, as I said earlier. You can get over 100 watts at anywhere from 0.11 to 0.51, and again, even possibly higher resistances as well. The max I got in the testing was 31 amps, very good for a single battery mod. Voltage 7.469, and again, it's possible it could go higher than that as well if I went with an even higher resistance. And the wattage I got was 109. I would pass with 100, they say, so definitely good in my book. As far as temp control goes on it, the unit does a good job of not burning cotton, but really outside of that, there's not much else to say that's good. It does throttle way too hard, making a very pulsy vape. It is consistent, but the hard throttle makes for a bad vape. So overall, I'm going to give it a fail because it will come to temperature, and then it will slow down a lot to the point where you're not getting any decent sort of vapor production. So it's going to get a fail for me in temp control. I didn't write it down, but the watt curve mode does work excellent as well. It's smooth in the transitions, and it's just as accurate as the chip goes here. So very good job as the watt curve mode as well. That's all I got for that. Let's go to the pros, cons, and whether I'd recommend it. Alright, so now we're back here with the outro for the Geekvape Aegis. Let's go over the pros, cons, and whether I'd recommend it or not. So the first pro is going to be the looks of the mod. I absolutely love the looks of this mod. This is the one that I was sent. This is actually one I purchased myself here because I did enjoy the mod so much, and I knew that I was going to beat it up and I wanted a good looking one, so I went ahead and ordered one myself. I got lucky, it just arrived today as I was recording it. So this is the black yellow one. Very good looking mod. Next one's going to be the durability. It did pass all my durability tests. Let's talk about what I did to it. And if you guys want to see it, stay tuned after the video. I'll put in a truncated version of it, and then in the description I'll throw in some links if you did want to see the full version of the videos, what I did. But basically what I did was I dropped it in my fish tank. Shout out to Joey Boy on the VU forums. He's the one who gave me the idea to put them out in the fish tank. People seem to really like my fish tank, so that was a nice way of just giving people what they want as well as being able to test the mod. So I sat it in my fish tank for 5 minutes, turned on with a battery in it, passed, didn't die, and then after that I went ahead and I tied it to the back of my truck and I drove it around the block. So it's actually funny what happened. You watched the video, but basically I lost it along the way. You know, I was trying to pay attention to make sure I didn't, but I lost it. So I actually had to go back and find it in the middle of the street afterwards. So really only made it about half a mile before it fell out of the ratchet strap I had it attached to. But it survived. So half a mile being dragged in the truck, 10 to 20 miles an hour. Good for me. Next one's going to be the build quality. Obviously, if it's not durable, the build quality of it is excellent. It just feels good, nice in the hand. It's got a heavy, bulky feel to it, but it's still comfortable. It's got a nice shape. It's just a really nice quality to it. It feels like a very expensive mod. Speaking of which, the next pro is going to be the leather. Absolutely love the leather on this mod. I find it personally to be much better than that of the Theron or the Triad, both mods that I haven't purchased. So yeah, I mean, the leather on this is just absolutely excellent. I mean, I still don't know if it's real leather. I don't know if any of the companies use a real leather, but it's as close as I've seen personally. Absolutely love it, and even on the black one here. Next one's going to be that if you want, it does come with an included battery, and thankfully to Mooch's testing. So always shout out to Mooch for the work that he does. Love Mooch and everything he does for the community. We know that it's actually a really good battery, one of the best out there. So included battery, if you want to go with the included battery, and it's a good one. Next one's going to be the power mode. It does perform very well in power mode. It does meet the specs that it promises, so no complaints there. Last one's going to be the walk curve mode. I do love that more mods are putting in a walk curve mode. You see here I have it vaping on walk curve. Let me get it focused in. Maybe. But so I got it set 75, 60, 60, 55, 50 on the Serpent SMM. Because this is the beat up one that I'm vaping. The one that got dragged behind my truck and sat in a fish tank for 5 minutes. So still works like a champ. Next one, yep, that's it for the pros. All right, let's go over the cons. The only con I have for this is that the temp control is bad. Literally the only con I have for this mod is that the temp control is just not good on it. Outside of that, I really don't have anything else. Oh, another pro, it does handle 30mm atomizers with no overhang. Always a pro in my book. Sorry, I forgot to write that down. But yeah, cons, the only con I have is the temp control is bad. So the question is, do I recommend it or not? I don't do hard yeses or nos. If you want it just for temp control, obviously that's going to be a no. Temp control doesn't work very good. But outside of that, it's going to be almost a hard yes. I mean, it's the most durable mod I've come across. You know, debatable, I guess, with like the G2, but still. Between the looks and the durability, there's really not much that can compete or compare to this. So yeah, I mean, if you just want a rugged mod that you can not worry about dropping and still going to work on you, you know, you can drop it in the pool, whatever, it's still going to work. It's really hard to say no to this mod. I absolutely love it. That's why I actually ordered the second one. The big reason why is because I like the mod so much. I didn't want to walk around with a mod that looked beat up. You know, one of my reviewer buddies, I always give him crap because his mods all look like garden tools. They're all beat up because he beats them up. But yeah, so I didn't want to walk around and use a beat up mod like him. So I decided that I was going to go buy one because I really liked it and I wanted to be able to use it afterwards and have a good looking mod. So I actually purchased the second one myself. That's how much I like it. So obviously, yes, I do recommend it. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Give me a like and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that good stuff. If you want to get a hold of me, you know, comment down below, or you can always reach me on like Reddit or Vaping Insider forums. You know, Vaping Insider forums have officially launched. I'll have a link down below that you can click on to sign up to the forums. Great place with just a lot of cool vapors, just talking about vaping in general, and a lot of helpful, knowledgeable people. It's really just a really great place to discuss all things vaping with a bunch of cool people. So definitely check it out if you guys are looking for a forum where you can interact with other vapors and get, you know, more feedback and stuff. That's always good. Again, I want to thank Heaven Gifts for sending me this mod for the purpose of the review. So shout out to them. Outside of that, for non-review stuff, a couple quick things I want to go over. I did get a new camera and new microphone, so hopefully it sounds better. I will continue to make improvements if not, so please let me know how it looks and sounds comparatively. The office is coming along pretty good. Still in the process of building it. It should be ready early, at the latest mid-September, hoping more towards early. So once that gets done, I'll be able to do things a little bit easier. On top of that, you know, I know you guys don't like me looking over at my notes for the pros and cons and stuff, so I'll be able to fix that once I actually have the office and a dedicated space to do reviews. So that will be pretty cool, Also, I want to give a shout out to another YouTube reviewer. He's much like me, you know, he's got a couple thousand subscribers. He's just a guy who does reviews in his house. You know, he's got a family, a job, and all that other stuff. He does it as a hobby and just gives his opinion. So shout out to Timmer's Reviews. I will go ahead and give a link down to his channel below. Also, if I can, if YouTube lets me, I'll put like a little button up here. You can go to his channel. I think it lets you do it. I'm not sure, but we'll give it a try. Hopefully it does. If not, though, there will be a link in the description. So shout out to Timbers. He's a cool guy. You know, I've talked to him quite a bit. So It's always good to get more than one opinion. Any reviewer will tell you that. You know, I don't think any reviewer, at least I hope they don't think that they're the vaping god, that the only person you should listen to. You know, it's always good to get several opinions from different reviewers. This way you can kind of pick and choose, you know, what suits you more. You know, maybe someone finds something someone else does, or doesn't mention something, or forgot to mention, or someone found an issue someone else didn't find. You know, so it's just always good to watch a couple of reviews, get an idea of whether you should buy something or not, instead of just watching one review. And that's just my take on it. So I want to thank you guys for watching. This is Anthony Vapes, as always, keeping it honest. Hopefully you guys can say you're doing the same, and I'll catch you on my next review. Alright, so let's do the water test for the Geekvape Aegis. Here's the mod. See, screen's on. We're going to drop it in this fish tank for about 5 minutes. So I'll let that sit for 5 minutes. And then I'll come back and see if it still turns on. Boy. Drying it off. Still working. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and drag this behind my car. Got, screen is on. Hopefully you can see that. So the mod's on, there's a battery in it. And I got it just getting dragged behind my truck. Who knows, radio always has bad music anyway. Ooh, good song. Alright. We're just going to drive, you know, slow. I'm in the neighborhood, so around 10-15 miles an hour. Just drag this across the ground. Haven't seen anyone do this yet, so why not? Nope, lost the mod. So now we're going to have to go find the mod. So, I did find the mod about half a mile down the road. So it went on a half-mile drag before it fell off. As you see, the screen still does turn on. Looks like everything's in working order. You can see it took some damage though.